In this video, I want to show you how to get a 125,000 point bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Then we have the launch of the new Atmos credit cards for the merged loyalty program of Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines. We have a new welcome offer on the Hawaiian Airlines credit card, which is obviously connected to that whole Atmos launch. And finally, we have bonus offers on the series of Hilton American Express cards that feature no lifetime language, so you can get them even if you've had the card before. I will show you how to access those offers as well. Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show. My name is Ben Hedges, aka the Credit Shifu, and on this channel I cover US credit cards, personal finance, and luxury travel. If you like the sound of that, do subscribe, but let's get into the video. Oh, and if you're in the market for a new wallet, I do have a load of my minimalist credit card wallets left, right? They look like this, they come in this cool little bag, you get a free sticker, and these are just card wallets, okay? We don't, we cover credit cards on this channel, right? So I don't expect our viewers to use a lot of cash. So they're mainly just small little convenient wallets for credit cards and for your ID, and they have a space in the middle that you could put a few bills in, but I don't really encourage carrying coins, all right? They're mainly for cards. They normally sell for $25, but I'll be selling them at $22 until the end of August, so do check it out in the link down in the description at the end of this video if you're interested. All right, guys, so first we are gonna talk about the new Atmos cards, which are part of the merged Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines loyalty program, which is called Atmos. And that's a really weird name. I don't know why they chose that, but anyway, let's keep going. I actually did a video on these like 3 days ago when it was still just a rumor, but then like a day or even maybe it was just a few hours later, the cards actually launched, okay? People even commenting like, why are you saying this is a rumor? They're already out. The most exciting though of these cards, I would say, is their new black card. I mean, the color is black, okay? And what we mean by that, they're premium tier 4 travel card, okay? Their high-end travel card, the Atmos Summit, has a $395 annual fee, and this is a brand new card, okay? Whereas the mid-tier card, the Atmos, I think it's called the Ascent card, that is just sort of a reworking, and the business card as well. Those are both reworkings of the old Alaska cards. And if you search on Google, it even says the Alaska Airlines card is now Atmos. So anyway, let's take a look at the bonuses on these three cards, since those are the main obvious benefits for first-year card holders applying right now. On the Ascent card, we have 80,000 bonus points and a $99 companion fare, plus taxes and fees from $23, after spending $4,000 or more on purchases within the first 120 days after account opening. So 120 days, what is that? So 3 months, that would be about 90 days. So yeah, 120 days is about 4 months. That is longer than the usual time frame for a bonus, and so that's $1,000 in spend per month, and at 1.45 cents a piece valuation, which is what the points guy gives for Alaska/Atmos points, that is going to be $1,160 in value. Now notice they say a $99 companion fare in addition to the points. So this is one that you can get a companion ticket for $99 plus taxes, which start at $23, so that's going to be a total of $122, and that is when the companion travels with you on a paid ticket. Potentially you could save a lot of money if you're buying a ticket at like $300, okay, and you get it for $122. Now let's look at the bonus on the Atmos Summit card. 100,000 points and a 25,000 point global companion award after spending $6,000 or more on purchases within the first 90 days after account opening. So that is $1,450 in value for the bonus, and the companion fare is a points fare, okay? So this can only be used when redeeming award tickets, which you'll probably be doing since you just got 100,000 points for the bonus. So if two of you fly, you can now get a 25,000 point discount on your companion's ticket as long as you're booking both tickets with points. So they work in different ways, right? The Ascent card is one that you have to pay with cash, and the ticket costs $122 for a ticket that's potentially higher value. Then on the Summit card, that's one where you're paying with points, and it's a discount of 25,000 points. The bonus on the business card is the same as the one on the personal Ascent card. Now let's hone in on the Summit card, all right, the black card, since that is the new one. Is it worth the $395 annual fee? Well, potentially it is, depending on your spending habits. If we look at the benefits, there's a $120 global entry credit, which you'd use in the first year. So that takes the first year annual fee down to $275. Then after that, there isn't really anything else that decreases the annual fee, okay? But you do get 8 Alaska Lounge passes, you get free bags for you and up to 6 travel companions, you get 3 points per dollar on Alaska Airlines, on dining and on foreign transactions, and in addition to the bonus, there is also a 100,000 points companion voucher for those that spend $60,000 in a year. Okay, that's $1,450 in value. So if you get that companion voucher, then you really clean up, okay? But for others who don't spend $60,000 a year, I think it really depends on how much you fly on Alaska or Hawaiian Airlines. I'm not sure that I would be as excited as, say, Mark Rees got about it, but yeah, you know, it could be good value for some people. And speaking of Hawaiian Airlines, there is a credit card from Barclays for Hawaiian Airlines that now has an 80,000 point bonus, obviously linked with this whole launch for Atmos. That bonus is split into two halves. Earn 50,000 miles after spending $2,000 on purchases within the first 90 days, plus earn 30,000 miles after spending a total of $5,000 on purchases within the first 180 days. Not sure what the point of that is, all right, to split it into two halves, because $5,000 in spend isn't really that much anyway. Most people should be able to do that. And this card, if you're wondering, is in the same tier as the Atmos Ascent card, okay? The old Alaska card. So it's tier 3, a mid-tier travel card. All right, let's move on to the new Chase Sapphire Reserve bonus. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve relaunched this summer with a 100,000 points and $500 travel coupon as the bonus. That ended yesterday, August 21st, and they made a big thing about it ending, but then they replaced it with a brand new bonus that's arguably better than the old one. 125,000 points for spending $6,000 in 3 months. The points guy values Chase points at 2.05 cents each. I don't know about that, but let's just say 2 cents each, okay, for ease of math. So if you do the math, that's gonna be $2,500 in value, but the difference is it is easier to use. Since the $500 travel coupon for Chase Travel, it's only a single-use coupon, meaning that if you use it to book a hotel that was, say, $300, you would lose the remaining $200. So I don't know about you, but I personally would prefer the more versatile 125,000 points over the 100,000 points plus a $500 coupon. So how do you get this bonus, may I ask, okay? Is it targeted? Is there a special link? Well, no. That is the super strange thing about it. You can just go to Chase's site or search it on Google, and it's right there publicly. It's like, our super high bonus is ending, and oh, we've replaced it with something that's actually the same or maybe even better. In addition, you can get 15,000 points if you refer someone. So in 2-player mode, if you refer your spouse, you're gonna get a total of 140,000 points between you. And since you can transfer points between people in the same household with Chase, you do have to phone up the first time to add them, but you'll be able to transfer it and you'll be able to have 140,000 points that could be used together on the same booking. I'll put my referral link down below for both the Sapphire Reserve and Sapphire Preferred. Sapphire Preferred also has a 75,000 point bonus at the moment. So you can use it if you like, or if you have a friend who can refer you, you can also help them out because using their link, they get 15,000 points. All right, lastly, let's get into the new bonuses on the Hilton credit cards with no lifetime language. So the 3 personal Hilton cards from Amex recently had high bonuses, okay, up to 175,000 points on the Aspire, elevated bonuses on the other 2 as well. Those have now ended and they've been replaced by more normal bonuses, okay? I think it's 150 on the Aspire, similar amounts, you know, comparative on the other 2. But we now have links with no lifetime language, meaning that if you have had the card before, you can get it again and get a bonus. Amex normally requires you to reincarnate and get the bonus again in your next lifetime. Haven't made that joke before. Anyway, normally you'd see this on the Aspire card's terms. You may not be eligible to receive a welcome offer if you have or have had this card or previous versions of this card. You may also not be eligible to receive a welcome offer based on various factors. But now on this new sign up link we have, that first part about having the card before is removed. We still do have some stuff about not getting approved if Amex doesn't like you, like if you've been churning or something. You may not be eligible for a welcome offer even if you are approved for the card. If you are not eligible, we will notify you prior to processing your application, so you have the option to withdraw your application. But that's just the normal language that's on every card now, okay? And you'll get a pop-up telling you that you won't get a bonus when you apply, with no impact to your credit score if you decide to abort after that. The bonuses are as follows: 80,000 on the basic card, 130,000 on the mid-tier Surpass card, and 150,000 on the higher level Aspire card. You can find the links to these offers with no lifetime language on the Miles to Memories website. I'll post their article about it down below in the description and in a pinned comment. They say actually in the article that it includes a free night award, but I think that's a mistake. I couldn't find anything about it, okay, so just ignore that part. So I would say that these are some good opportunities for those who have had these cards before and wouldn't be eligible for a bonus. Otherwise, just use Amex's regular links, since often you'll get targeted with higher offers, okay? Like I'm seeing 95,000 points on the basic Hilton Honors card instead of 80,000, for example. All right, guys, that is the video for today. We will put links to many of the things that I've talked about in this video in the description and in a pinned comment down below. So we will have the Sapphire cards down there with the 125,000 point bonus on the reserve. If you're in the market for a new wallet, do check out creditshifu wallet down below. Have these really cool minimalist card wallets. They're selling at $22 until the end of the month. And if you want to support our work, but you don't want to spend any money at all, consider signing up for the Built Dining program in the links below as well. If you sign up and link any card in your wallet, you're going to get an extra 3 Built points per dollar at most restaurants in their program, which is a lot of restaurants. If you link, say, the Amex Gold card, that takes you to 7 points per dollar, 4 from Amex on dining and 3 from Built. And Built has some great transfer partners like Hyatt, Southwest, and United. Links for all that stuff is going to be down below. Thank you so much if you do support us. It really means a lot to me. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.